So next up is the New Blood League, the NBL.
Oh, shit!
NBL currently ranked number 4 in the top 10 leagues, by the way.
It is.
567 matches. So going from a league that has 12 cards with 2 matches per card, it seemed like this one is stacked.
Yes.
Phone book in size almost.
I wouldn't say phone book. Maybe strong leaflet, but local area phone book. But yeah, the New Blood League number 147, which by the way I meant to mention the MWL is number 212. So yeah, and NBL is in steel as well. And there's a lot of big name players here as far as stables. We have let's see name wise. Anybody I recognize?
Well, I would consider the MBL and the LWL as the 2 top leagues not currently in the IWAR.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say.
What's a connection we always talk about?
Strong commissioners?
Oh yeah, strong commissioners who give a shit. That makes a big difference. We see lots of trash talk here as far as this 1, 2, and not just trash talk, but like full page,
good stuff, man.
Half page, invested. Unfortunately, there's no report in this cycle because of unforeseen circumstances, which does happen.
Well, we'll take a look at one from a previous cycle.
Right, so we'll go there. So just again, there were 54 cards, a good-sized battle royal. Activity-wise, we're looking at 93 wrestlers. No, I'm sorry, 95 wrestlers.
Cool.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
He's building it up. So if we go, what the hell did I just do? If we go to the page. All right, so this is last cycle's report. It is 24 pages long. Very high gloss, glitzy. If you look online, you see all the image. Again, when they print out the reports, they don't.
They don't do color.
No, I decided.
Sometimes
I'm looking at the cover. Never noticed this before. It says Latin. It's a Puerto Rican flag, and 3 speakers. And it says they're here. God damn Puerto Ricans!
I think I should be offended by that.
Oh,
to be honest, I don't have speakers in my car like that.
Your offense. Inside this issue. Brand new report layout. Coal Miner's Glove match. Survivor puts Bonehead on notice. And well, we'll get to that. Unholy Alliance, Off the Ropes debut. Will the Hillbillies finally prevail? Hopefully not. Hillary will win. Oh.
They have a tonight live, the Blood Bowl finals, Electric Shock Steel Cage match.
Yes.
I'm a fan of the electric steel cage matches.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And of course, is a hideously ugly wrestler on the.
That's Bonehead.
Well, that's Bonehead.
That's Bonehead right there. I think that's Bonehead. Yeah, it's Bonehead.
Yeah. He's really ugly. All right, so then opening page of Hall of Champions. So they're world champion, the women's champion, the unified champion. So there's lots of wrestler titles here and lots of action.
It's done really well.
Yeah, it's a very slick layout. It's very visual.
It's easy to read too, which is a big deal.
Yeah, because a lot, I get IWAR comments saying, it's a lot of stuff packed in there, and we do pack a lot of stuff in there. We do our best to make it readable, but it tracks things like, like the Battle Royal entries, the league ranking, number of matches. So you see kind of like their averages on one side, and so you can kind of see how they're progressing or moving around.
Like the amount of work in this is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they even got a little graph showing the amount of cards.
Yeah, if you look,
it's awesome.
When he first got there were 20 cards. And this is one of the things every commissioner kind of takes pride in, is the way you turn the league around.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one thing that I always say out of way is that it's proven when you have a good commissioner, your leagues jump up. And the IWARs proved that. But how we have 4 good commissioners and a lot of good players, but the people put the work in. And it's a double-edged, or two, one way works for the other. So with the work in, the players put the work in. More players put the work in, makes your job easier, and so on. So you can kind of see here their history with pay-per-views and the activity. Picture of Sting and Undertaker looking angry. The next page has the NBL IWA-wide accomplishments.
Look at that list of IWA-wide accomplishments.
Yeah, I would say I'd like to see a history timestamp, because it's always interesting, who is it one good month or was it a whole slew? So it's kind of cool though. It's all right, that's kind of a cool thing. Yeah. You can see which wrestlers really have done well.
They got a power ranking too, a top 20 power ranking.
Yeah, so you have like
which is guys is similar to our Wrestler of the Year rankings that we do.
Right. Yeah. So you can rank. You can see the points. They show the structure how it score points. You have their points ranking, so you can kind of see. And again, the visual here is very nice. It's easy to read, thumb through. They have a stable ranking, so they rank the stables by various points. So at LPPF, which is Legends of Past, Present, and Future, I believe, is leading. So it's kind of a cool system. I don't know if they do the math with like some leagues that do stable rankings divided by number of members or active. So like if you have
because obviously if your stable has 3 people and the other stable has 20 people,
right. And one league I was in, they used to do that, and it was even if the guys were inactive, you still got counted against you. So like get your guys out if they're not active, and it's a chance to see the Bomb Angels, 2 points. A look back at last cycle's noteworthy news. So it's a little catch-up thing, which this is we're just sort of doing this in the BRL with Shooters Gallery, but the idea is kind of offering a wrap of what's going on, because the bigger leagues, what ends up happening is some players get lost in the mix, and that's hard because you're like, oh, I'm in this league, there's so much going on, but do I want to play with so and so? So it's kind of a cool way to like keep the storylines going. There's a Blood Money sweepstakes. Hey, that's my team. So it's just interesting, And again, what happens sometimes is you see, oh, that guy's in my league. I never realized they look like that, or former wrestlers to be in certain leagues. So that's kind of a cool thing. I really think that's a really good tool to use is the recap, because it helps people who don't follow your league stay involved. Like, oh, okay. If you're outsider looking in, you might go, wow, maybe I'll go after so and so.
Yeah, Trapped in the Asylum. I guess it's a contest.
Yeah. So there's a Trapped at the Asylum contest. How it works: on any given cycle, a wrestler can be chosen to spend 2 consecutive cycles. A spotlight is cast upon them. Inside the asylum. If the chosen wrestler manages to have a successful stint while inside these walls, they reward a total of 50 mayhem points and 25,000. However, if they experience a subpar performance, they will instead be deduced 25 points for their troubles. Well, I don't know how they go up picking that person, but that's kind of a toughie.
That's interesting. That's something not similar, but in concept, but we used to do those bounty things.
Yeah, and I see the gauntlet here. A lot of leagues have done gauntlets, and those. I always find the problem when it comes to gauntlets or targets is really investment in the league. Is it worth their while? So we have a cruiserweight update. So we have a cruiserweight tournament. Michael PSA's apparently is in that. Jesus. All right, they're carrying a cruiserweight champion. So that's coming.
Next up, we have the Dead to Rights.
Yep.
So it's another contest. This cycle's target is Johnny Mariachi.
Oh, Johnny Mariachi. Why? It's a good name.
NBL TAG tracker.
Yep.
That's interesting.
If I remember correctly, this is Melvin, right, that does this?
Yeah. It's awesome.
He was an NWL guy way back when. And this is kind of the best case scenario for us as players, as commissioners. Is we want to see other players grow into commissioners and help the game grow. And that's exactly what he's done. Now, I know this cycle his report was absent, but overall his work's been excellent. He's put in a lot of work. It shows. So we have league quotables. So we have some comments from some of the wrestlers. Kind of recap what they're talking about. Again, gives you an idea of who's doing what. We have some interview stuff.
Monday night main events. It's a TV show.
Yep. So
our good friend the Phantom Striker is in the.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is.
Oh, Phantom Striker.
He's one of my favorites of all time.
Oh. Words are weapons. So we see here.
I guess it's more like TT.
Yeah, trash talk type stuff. I don't know if they do what Andy used to do, where you send in the trash talk or not. If that's the case, he's doing a good job with it.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of the times, the more you submit, the easier you make it on the commissioners. So there's a Latin guys again with the speakers offended.
Upcoming events.
Yes.
So he has Out for Blood at Cycle 154, 159, Retaliation 3, Cycle 164, Bloodlust 3. And then they got their own message board now. So
there you go.
Yeah, so.
I will say this, and speaking as someone who has a message board, people have often said, like, oh, these message boards aren't like they used to be. Well, go hang out at Blockbuster. It's like they're kind of antiquated now. I mean, they still work. They're still active. But Facebook makes things so much easier.
Yeah, I agree.
The IWAR network page is so much easier to talk to people and interact.
So that is the New Blood League. Again, I think I strongly recommend this league. Definitely, yes. It's definitely worth the $1 to go out there and pick up the bulletin. Very interesting. I dig it.
Yeah.
You can just tell the amount of work. It must be ridiculous. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the point of if you're going to do one league, like, it was funny because somebody said to me one time, like, what would you do if you just had one league to commission? If I had to run one league, I'd do what I'm doing in the BRL pretty much. Just, I'd
You'd be bored. You'd be bored.
No, I'd be fine.
You want 9 leagues and take over the whole entire IWA.
Yes, good. I mean, no, that's not at all.
But you can tell, just the amount of work, the quality of work is there, and it's a fantastic league. So, guys, check it out. So, next up is the Classic Championship Wrestling League.
Yes.
And they're on cycle number 11. So, let's take a look at the Classic Championship Wrestling League. Do you really need wrestling in the title, though? Like, can it be just the Classic Championship League?
So, yes, the CCL. Not the Claw and Cat League that I knew when I first started. Yeah, but the CCL is a throwback league. Now, this is kind of a blend. You have a blend here in that you have a lot of wrestlers that are throwback names, like Tom Zink, Z-I-N-C.
Or Zenk.
Jake the Snake Johnson, Kurt Benning. But then you have wrestlers like Sunset Rider, King Butcher, Christopher Bryan. Like, I always laugh. It's like some of the names they pick are like, really? You picked that guy? The guy from Too Hot, Too Cool, whatever it was? Or...
Hey, they all have fans.
But then who's in here? The Dangerous Bull, TN Terry Blackwell. I remember him.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. Screams all the time. Good guy. Calvin Sullivan. Fist of Steel, Kabuki Draken. So, like, there is a good amount of players here. I'd say, let's see, looking at the numbers here, there are 51 active wrestlers. A whole bunch of Samoans and Mob Slayer guys and Asian madmen, Jumpin' Johnny Poffo, Dirty White Boys. So some of the players you can see, like, the Trash Talk's there. The report is there.
Strength of this league is their report.
Yeah, and again, this is a league that you have, 32 cards, only a 5-person battle royal. And, it's, to me, the battle royal is a great way to get in the title page. It really is.
And guys, don't forget, in the IWAR, it is the tiebreakers for many of contests, tournaments, and other type things. Like, for example, Black Belt Jones drew Orange Lightning #1, but since he progressed farther in the Battle Royal, he'll move on in the National Invitation Tournament. So, things like that, guys. So, it's very important that everyone, spend that dollar, get in the Battle Royal.
Yeah. All right. There are back page has 4 pictures of Pro Wrestling Illustrated covers from the 80s and 91.
I do not have any of these issues, by the way. I'm jealous.
We have some trash talk from a few different wrestlers. There's a lot of trash talk in here, so it's nice. Good. So the trash talk's there.
So I think the commissioner report, I think #1, where it doesn't have the bells and whistles that the NBL does, all the content is here. So again, it's a lot of, may not have a lot of sizzle, but there's sure is a lot of stake here. So you have your rankings of your different commissioners championship. You have the CCL World Championship, United States Heritage Championship, and the tag team, and then they're ranked underneath them as well, 1 to 20, and then for tag teams 1 to 17. So I dig that.
I will say this: the ranking system.
Yeah.
Because what was funny is I like about this is like it sets up the. Sets up the league in a good way. I'm not laughing because I think it's stupid. I'm laughing and I love it, how it's done. Minus 5 points for trash talk. Does not have to be a masterpiece each cycle, but has to include effort. Does not include your homework, but segments from official pay-per-views will count if said wrestler is not trash talk in the bulletin. Minus 5 points for trash talk that makes no sense or done in lazy fashion. Points for TV taping wins or TV taping losses. Tag, losses, whatever. If you lose to a jobber and
I'm sorry.
I love that. I love this one. Minus 10 points if Hell in the Cell matches are signed without approval. Wait for it. Every wrestler of the manager to sign the match will get this penalty. This is known as the Troy Rule. Now, what's really funny is I know he's one of those guys he always signs like Hell in the Cell matches. And if you're a Baddest American Biker, he'd be like, I'm the West Coast to East Coast, Baddest American Biker. And he'd cut the same exact promo. And he just would like kind of pop in the name of a wrestler he was feuding with that moment. Like, I challenge Hot Stuff Adam Cash. And it reminded me, remember the Simpsons episode where they went to the summer camp?
Yeah.
Run by Mr. Black. It was like dubbed over. I always thought of that with Badass American Biker. So I love that rule in here. I might join the league just to have that rule.
I had that sometimes in the NWL where people will sign national championship matches, and you're not authorized to do that, or national tag team championship matches, you're not authorized to do that, or Rising Star championship matches. Only I have the power to sign those matches.
Yes.
So don't do that.
So Commissioner Hugo Fats, which I don't know who that guy is, but he's get caught in the fridge with the cake. So a wrestling classic, and he talks about being hungry for ice cream cake and wrestling action.
Sounds like me.
Yes, I wouldn't like cake. She would say Ronnie Galaxy. So there's some fun names. I will say this: I'm looking the title rankings, the way the points are set up. It's very cool. The names are all pretty damn cool. Jamie's in here with Mason Montgomery, and he has Spike Dillinger in there as well. One of the things I actually kind of like leagues like this is if I don't know who the players are, like I just want to be impressed and be like, okay, I'll go after that guy's character because it's an impressive league to be in. We have some names you recognize. Again, I said about how a lot of classic wrestling leagues don't work. Well, this is one that gets it right. They're just doing it as a fun setup. It's not over inundated with stuff. It's just a simple come in and play. The point structure. It makes it easy, and that's important when it comes to your workload as a commissioner. I think a lot of commissioners think to themselves, well, I'm going to put all this work in, and these guys are going to jump in. I'm going to league with 60 cards and 100 wrestlers, and when that doesn't happen in 2, 3, 10 cycles, they get disheartened. Oh man, I've seen it happen many times. So I hope this keeps going. It's a fun league from what I can see. I highly recommend it. I really do.
I agree. It looks like they have a Facebook page, but I don't see an official link. They have the Wrestling Classic coming live on Facebook Cycle 12. Unfortunately, I do not see a address or a link to that anywhere in the report. So they may want to get that information out there because I would join their page and check it out.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys are in the Classic Championship Wrestling League, let them know because I want to check them out. I want to check them out on Facebook. I also strongly recommend this league. I think it's fantastic. I think the commissioner's report is extremely well done. I do enjoy it. And keep up the great work. I dig it, man.
Yes.
All right. So we are officially out of time. Next episode will be what are we in, October? October Cycle in Review? I forget. Yes, October Cycle in Review.
Yeah, so we just got that stuff, so I'm just going to read through it. I already read through the BRL. Awesome TT, guys. NWL's TT is loaded as well, so fun cycle.
Yes. So, guys, I am Alex G, and for Matt Riley,